And number 9, TBC Live Broadcast. I want to thank all of you for that's coming on to my live broadcast. This is my second one. This one can be scheduled on the broadcast schedule because they don't allow us to schedule just one. But that doesn't mean that we can't get ourselves out there and talk about things in TBC and things and all things that pertain to TBC, as well as ourselves in TBC. Randy, I don't know if he may be getting off right now. I'm not sure. I know that Mary is she's on my moderator. I know it's like 10:30 or so in South Africa, and I want to thank Mary for taking time out for be my moderator for this second time today. She's awesome. Her family's awesome. James and John and their father and everybody that's involved in that house. I told them today if we could just clone the Murphys because they are just what TBC needs. You know, we could just clone people like them and had, let's say, maybe a half million or a billion of those people. We will already be at our billion mark. You know, we need people like just like that. So let me just say this. You know, in life, we're not always happy where we are in our life sometimes. Now, for me, I'm pretty happy for the most part. I could be happier, and that's going to change. I know what's going on. I'm not going to share what's that in my life because that doesn't pertain to TBC. But I'm gonna say this to you. I talked about mindset in my last video. I'm not gonna. It's kind of pertain to mindset what I'm talking about, but I'm talking about people in the workforce. Now, for me, I am retired. I'm a retired juvenile probation officer and intake officer to adults for the state of Virginia in the USA. Retired in 2011, and I'm more into now doing things on my terms. But let's talk about people that's not happy where they are in their life. Let's talk about a little bit about the workforce, you know, as it pertains to TBC. See, we have TBC as an option to help us financially and to help others financially to get out of poverty. We have that, you know. I'm so glad. Great. The Murphys are coming on board. They're here with me, like always. They're here. I can depend on them if I can't depend on anyone else. I'm hoping that people can come over from Randy. If they're not too busy, they can come over to my live feed. We need to support each other. But I want to talk about if you're not really happy where you are, and that's why you got TBC as another option. So let me talk about a little bit where you are. You know, I'm going to say something. I'm going to say something to you all, and I hope it can resonate with you. Okay. Now, I'm going to start with saying this, and listen closely. If you wake up in the morning and you are just unhappy, and forgive me if you hear a sound on the outside here. They're cutting grass. They're using an edger and it makes noise. I apologize, but I didn't know that was happening while doing my live feed. If you happen to hear that, but anyway, let me just say that if you wake up in the morning and you just hate the sound of that alarm clock because you know you have to get up and get going to work. If you just hate the sound of that sound clock, if you feel stagnant, then guess what? You need to stop whatever you're doing. Did you catch that? And that's powerful. If you get up in the morning and you dread the sound of that alarm clock going off, then maybe you need to try something different. Because guess what? You're just merely existing. Just merely existing. Because there's something out there for you. And we chose TBC as that something. A lot of us did. It's out there for us. But there are some people out there who get up every morning, push that alarm clock, get on their way to work or wherever they're going, but dread when they get up to do that. So we have an answer. But do you have an answer? Now, some of the people here on this live feed, they made a choice. And if someone see this live feed when it's recorded, I hope they do see it. Because see, you're only existing. You're just only existing. That's all you're doing. You're unhappy with your life. You're not making the kind of money you want to make. Because if you go into that job every day, you're surely not going to become wealthy or rich going to that job. You're making somebody else rich. That's what you're doing. You're not going to ever become wealthy working for somebody else. And I heard that many times from multimillionaires that trained me back on my other business I used to be on years ago. You're not going to ever be wealthy working for somebody else. So go out there and get what God got for you. He gave us TBC, the Billion Coin. Do you know, I believe that other saying that goes, the more you help others get what they want and need, the more you eventually will get what you need or want. The more you help others get what they want, eventually you will get what you want. So think about TBC a minute. Isn't this all about getting other people involved, giving them something that they want and something they need? Think about that. Think about that. Are we getting what we need in life? See, TBC is an awesome thing. It wasn't meant to be the all in all. It just is a one great answer to poverty. If we follow the agreement set forth for us by admin, we can do this. We can do this together. See, I get up in the morning. I don't never answer to alarm clock anymore. I stopped that in 2011. And to this day, only time I set the alarm clock on my phone is I got to help somebody in my home, my elderly mother, like a doctor's appointment or something like that. But I no longer answer to an alarm clock anymore. Those days are over and done. Never went into my life again. That's what I chose. If you make the choice to make a change in your life, it can happen. But you can't wish it. You can't hope and think that it will happen. You just have to do that. We got to help. Right. We got to help. Helping is a necessity to today's world. Correct. I could have said it better. Correct. Yes, it is a choice. TBC is a choice. It is not something that you have to do. You don't have to sign up for TBC. But I would say this. It could be the possibly biggest mistake you ever made in your life. See, I know that cryptocurrency is the answer for a lot of people here around the world. It's called digital currency. See, we're getting away from fiat currency, dollar bills and pesos and whatever you call the terminology of money in your country. We're getting out of that. Yes, the choice is in our hands. But if we don't take that choice, we don't make that choice, it's going to pass us by. Now, I said earlier when I started doing my first videos in the second anniversary, I mentioned something like if that thing called the internet, when it came in the early 1990s, I knew that was a major wealth trend. And all I've been reading about the financial experts that know anything about cryptocurrency, It is another major wealth trend that's bigger than when the internet came about. So what do you think how big TBC is? It may look small, but this thing, the vision is huge. To make that undertaking of getting rid of poverty globally, that is a humongous thing to do. But we cannot do it just one and a few. We can't do it like Randy was talking about earlier when he started our live broadcast. I mentioned in my other one early today that I'm counting only 16, 17 or so live broadcasts. And when I click on them, there's the same people like us and Mary. Where are our leaders? I'm not saying even some of our leaders are there. I'm not mentioning no names. Maybe they've got some things going on right now in their families. I don't know. But I would love to see some of the leaders that always have done videos, even before I did. I'm not even seeing some of those. But I'm not even talking about those. I'm talking about all these people with send buttons. We got 7,000 people with send buttons. And only not even got 20 people doing live broadcasts a day. That's got to improve. You know, TBC keep giving us opportunity and we don't seize it. We just don't seize it. We don't seize it. We got to seize this opportunity. And how do you seize it? You get people involved. That's all. I got several family members and extended family members involved in this. Some they don't even know they're involved because that's a surprise to them. Because I know them, I love them. But that doesn't mean their mindset is right for TBC. And I know it's not. So what? I'm not even going to try because I know them. But they'll be ready for this. For the money, though. It's sad, but it's a scarcity mindset that some of my family members have. But that's okay. I still love them. Because it's that thing that Randy talked about near the end of his thing. Their shield. They got something. Their parents and them and everything. It's just been a generation of people just shield over what's really out there. If they just spread it out there, like Randy said, they just spread it out and see what's really before you. But see, I'm looking ahead. I'm not thinking now. I'm looking years ahead on what really was happening. I'm reading the books. I've read the books. And when Randy showed some of those books, they were familiar to me. I even own some of them. And I had a CD pack. I learned about money years ago. It's not taught about it in school. It's not taught about being an entrepreneur in school. It's not taught about life in school. We got to teach our kids. We got to pass it through generations and generations about how we live our life and the opportunity we have here in TBC. The Billion Coin is a massive, massive thing in my mind. It is so great that someone came up with this idea. No, we got so many lessons. Yes, you're right. We got so many lessons in life. It's beyond our dreams. So we got to treat it something very special. We have to act accordingly and follow every single step by step by step. And like Murray said in her last broadcast earlier today, why are people waiting so long or waiting to the last minute to do something? Then when the transaction or something don't go as fast as they want, they get upset. Well, if you hadn't waited, when people weren't doing as many transactions and you got yours is already through, just think if people started getting busy and getting what with trusted sellers like myself with a sort of send button, I can assist anyone English-speaking persons with any transaction they need to do. Partner with me. That's like Randy did. Randy did a great job talking about his website and showing it everything. He was promoting himself, and that was a great thing. At the bottom of all my videos, it got information on how to contact me. I'll be more than happy to help anyone that's ready to partner. Listen, that redemption, cookie redemption is right around the corner, a month away. It's going to be a busy month in April. Y'all need to be partnered with Mary. Contact Mary and John and James. Contact people like me. Randy's just one person. Even if he had 1,000 people came to him, he still won't be enough. He's only one man. He needs help with this whole thing too. We got to get over 1 million people that has paid $100 worth of Kringles on TBC to buy TBC. Before we can get before we can get 1 million billionaires, there have to be 1 million got to buy $100 worth of TBC. Remember I said he want 1 million billionaires and 1 billion millionaires? Before we even get those billion millionaires, we got to have 1 million billionaires. There are only 2 redemptions coming, May and November of this year. Don't wait till November. It's coming. And guess what? And I'm finding out Mary's going to do her second live stream right after I do. And I'm going to be right there supporting them. So, keep all of this in mind. I ask that we all keep this all in mind. I have only maybe about 10, 12 minutes to go. I don't have a whole lot more to discuss. I talked about, I'm going to keep driving this thing about paying the $10 fee. We only got 80,000 people that paid it so far and got 2.9 verified members. And here we're going to start migration any day now. Are people going to wait their 90-day period to pay their $10 fee? Have y'all thought we're not foreseeing any mechanical, technical problems? But we know that man makes machines and anything could go wrong. What if we start having some mechanical difficulties during that 90-day period? Think about that. Think about that. Think about that. We got to get busy paying these $10 lifetime fees. If you don't have Kringles Cash, or don't have a desire to have it, then you have to pay that $10 lifetime fee one time in your life. But if you have Kringles Cash, you pay your annual $10 fee, one $10 fee this year, and that pays also for your wallet for a 2-for-1 deal. So all you got to do is just get in touch with me or someone here on our live feed. These are people with trusted sales with send buttons. And we'll be glad to help you with it. I got people from Nigeria, Ghana on my team. They started and in fact, I had them on my team before I even started doing videos. So what are you going to think we're doing these multiple videos and we building the audience? I don't want everybody. I'm sharing. I'm ready to share people. It's so many. It's a vast amount of people out there. It's a vast amount of people. People are asking about TBC, asking about cryptocurrency. And people start asking about Bitcoin. I said, yes, all that. And I explain to them what Bitcoin is all about to help them understand. I don't get so scientific with them. But I tell them about TBC and what this is and what the difference is. Market-based, abundance-based. When they hear abundance, they seem like much. This seems their eyebrows just go up. So I give them more information. Oh, guess what? We have this thing called Crinkle Cash. It's a portion of the TBC coin. It's right now over $900 for that fraction. And that's, guess what? That's no cost to you at all. It's free. And I asked them, just watch it grow a few dollars each day. Do you have anything that grow $1 a day? Most investments are pennies per day. You may get $1 or $2 every 3 to 4, 6 months. Then I asked them, guess what? We have a thing called Cookie Rewards. Our coin is $3.6 million per coin. But guess what? TBC is going to give you or reward you one TBC coin if you just purchase just $100 of TBC. Then some of them ask, so what if I buy $200 worth of $300? Do I get extra coin? Absolutely. I'm glad you asked. And next thing you know, you got someone that really purchased $300 worth of TBC. And guess what? They made $150 back. And you just made $150, but yet you gave them $300 worth of TBC into their TBC wallet. It's so easy, guys. It is so easy. There's nothing hard about this. It is nothing hard about it. And like she said, yes, we're building a family. So you notice I don't even talk about companies. I'm talking about building a community of like-minded people and building an economy right along with it. So we only got about 6 or 7 minutes. Look like the only people I have on this live feed seem to be the Murphy family right now. But perhaps some people will go and see this video later. Are there any questions that y'all have for me, Mary, or anyone in your family got any questions, anything? I just want to ask that right now. Okay, it doesn't seem like there's any questions. So I'm going to get ready to end this live broadcast. But remember what I said. About if you just tired of getting up in the morning and you hate to hear that alarm clock. And you know there's got to be something else. You're right, because you're only existing. You got to stop what you're doing. Because what you're doing, you're only existing from day to day. You're not doing anything special. Okay. All right. All right. So look, we got no questions. And I'm going to get ready to end this particular live feed. So if you missed it and you came in later, you can always go back and listen to it on my YouTube channel as Stephen Cuffey. So I want to thank everybody. And like we said, oh, I love that. And we got to lead by example. Let us do that. So this is Stephen Cuffey signing out, and love you.